going to talk about the LodeStar. In my opinion, this is the worst exotic in the game because this is not even a legendary. It is literally trash compared to legendaries or exotics. Now, this is what they could do to make it better. We're going to talk about what they could do to make it better. We're also going to show off at the end how it works now, but we're first going to talk about what they could do to make it better. So first off, if you didn't know, it is a pulse when you aim down sights, and it's a hip fire. It's a trace rifle. So, two different weapons in one. I love this. I actually do. I think pulse and trace together is such a good ideal. Here's the problem. You should have a choice to either make it a trace rifle or make it a pulse rifle. Because, personally, if I want to use the trace rifle, because I just want to mess around and have fun with the trace rifle part of it, cool. I have to hip fire, which is awesome and not that big of a deal because you're not going to shoot it very far. You're going to be clearing ads like in this area, you know. You're not going to try to map really far with it. That's true. But at the same time, let's say I'm shooting an ad and melting him, right? And the ad starts running away. Well, once he gets so far, I have to start aiming down sights. Because I can't shoot that far. I'm not that good. Most people aren't for so much distance. So we're going to have to aim down sights. Oh, now it's a pulse. Yeah, you might be doing a little more damage. But hey, just saying, I'd rather have the trace rifle form. But then, PvP, I'd rather have the pulse rifle form. Even when I'm hip firing, I'd like the pulse rifle form. So someone shotguns at me, right, and I got a one tap, I jump back and this thing hits them, it tickles them, and they can still kill me. But if I pulse rifle, they're dead. Do you know what I mean? It's situational. You should have the choice, and that's what the long press should be. So we're going to read the perks and so you understand what I'm talking about. Dealing arc damage from any source aligns the battery's coils. When alignment is complete, long press to disengage the safety and enable hipfire starlight beam to apply jolt to any target damaged for a short time. Aim down sights to slow the rate at which the battery drains. This weapon fires a low intensity arc beam with enhanced stability and accuracy in the catalyst. While amplified, this weapon gains greatly increased reload speed, aim assist, and movement while aiming down sights. Okay. So this thing is talking about a bar, which we'll go show off how the bar works in a second. But talks about a bar, it says how the bar charges. So instead of having that bar be tied to the long press should allow you to change it from pulse mode to arc mode. Or sorry, trace rifle mode. Trace rifle mode versus pulse mode. Also, jolt for it is trash. Not as a perk, but as how they have it set up. Currently, it requires you to charge a beam, a bar, to make a beam allow you to jolt. Meanwhile, I can hip fire with jolting feedback or aim down sights with jolting feedback and create volt shot without charging any sort of beam. And it doesn't take that many shots. So, kind of trash when an exotic has that exact same perk, but it requires you not only to charge a beam, you also have to reload that beam. Which is a quick reload, mind you, but it's still trash. So what the beam should be instead is an automatic thing that once you hit max on that bar, which we'll show off the bar in a second, when you hit max on the bar, instead of jolting, it should have jolt base. So whenever I'm shooting ads, it's doing enough damage, or if I reload or whatever, it should give me jolt, period. I think it should be sustained damage, so if I hit sustained damage on a target or just in general kill enough ads, it gives you jolt. So instead of having to reload it like volt shot, it should be if you kill so many ads, you get jolt shot for a few seconds. If you do enough damage to an individual target, it'll become jolted. It should have those two together, like that. It's just a base. That's what it does, period. And then the X should change if it's in pulse mode or trace rifle mode. And then the bar should stay, and when that bar fills up, it will automatically activate. And when it activates, it will then increase your damage. The beam will become better, more damaged beam. You'll get volt shot increased, or sorry, jolt shot will be increased. So basically, all the little arc bolts that go out and, you know, zap things will have increased damage. Your gun will have increased damage. That way, it's constantly causing jolt. It's constantly clearing ads. It's constantly doing damage to stuff. It's making it better. It's a better combo. Then we have the catalyst, which is not horrible. It's not good in any means, but it's not the worst thing they could do. It needs a little bit more spice, and I think that spice should be reloading your gun automatically. Whenever you have jolt, whenever a jolt hits a target, it will reload a portion of your mag. If it kills a target, it will reload more of your mag. So basically, if you jolt something and you're doing damage to like a boss, right? Let's say it's your last ammo, you have no more ammo, special or heavy, and you got this, you throw it on, right? When you're dealing damage, every few seconds it'll reload a portion of your ammo. That would go really well with the helmet for the Warlock, so it would be reloading even more. Obviously, they'd have to balance it where it doesn't reload all of it at once, right? But it would do really well. But then if you get a kill, so if you're clearing ads, then when you get a kill, reloads a portion of things. So basically subsistence, but it ties to the volt effect, or the jolt effect, right? It makes it better. I keep calling it volt because I'm just an idiot. But the jolt effect is tied to like subsistence. Every time you get a jolt kill, reloads a portion of your mag. Every time you hit so many shots, it causes the jolt effect, reload your mag a bit. So a reload your mag gets you a little bit extra ammo because 75 in the mag isn't much for a trace rifle. It is for a pulse, but it's not much for a trace rifle. When all the other trace rifles have 90 plus ammo, it kind of makes it trash. So that's what it should be. Because currently, what it's at is trash. In my opinion, this is not an exotic, this is not even a legendary, when I have a legendary that has a better perk combo. So we're going to go test this out. This is on normal Grasp of Avarice, and I'm going to show you the biggest thing about it. So, hipfire, as you see, the bar is charging, I'm killing ads, aim down sights, charging, you know, pretty cool, pretty simple, charges over time. And then if I throw a grenade, it charges too. Now I activate it, again, charge that bar up, activate, I have to hipfire to apply jolt, and then I can slow it down with the bar charge down if I aim down sights. But, look at that. I'm now out of the effect, and now I have to charge it back up again. Meanwhile, legendary weapons can apply jolt infinitely. Look at that, I've applied it. I've already applied it. Took no time at all. I have applied it. A legendary weapon has applied jolt faster. I'm just saying, the fact a legendary weapon has applied jolt faster than a thing. Now, yes, obviously I can't apply it to low tier ads. I have to apply it to a higher tier ad. So that's the difference, right? That is the difference between the exotic, is I can apply it to little ads. But, not really. As you just saw, I just created jolt because it's based on so many hits. And it'll just apply it randomly. As you see. So, wait, it turns out this legendary weapon is better than the exotic. Because I can apply it not only to, in general, not subsistent damage to one ad, I can apply it to multiple ads by just getting a few kills, and then I can proc it randomly. And I can stagger it, put it on a, like, delay it a second, put it on something else. It's sad. In my opinion, this is really sad that this is how it works. Is that a weapon that is exotic, as see, I just applied it there, jolt shot just got applied it, to little ads. The fact that an exotic has something that could be useful, but it's literally trash. This primary has created more volt shot in a less amount of time than an exotic has. Jolt shot should be able to be procced easier if an exotic and more often because it's an exotic. The most exotic perk on it is the fact it has a pulse mixed with a trace rifle. That's it. 2 weapons, no uniqueness in it at all. And the fact you can't even activate the ability and jolt something while aiming down sights when you have it active is stupid. You have to activate it, but still. You can charge it aiming down sights, but you can't use it while it's activated while aiming down sights. It's crazy. Look at that, the bar charging. But then activate it, and I'm not applying it. Now I'm applying it. That makes no sense to me. So I have to apply it, then aim down sights so the bar takes longer. That's stupid. To drain. I think my solution is the best way to fix this thing and make it actually useful. Because sadly, the legendary archetype is better than this exotic by a mile. So this is why I won't be using this gun ever until Bungie buffs it in a way that I think is worth it. Because in my opinion, it is a horrible weapon. It is not worth your exotic slot. It has no useful purpose. So it should not be a thing in this game. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment what you think. Do you think what I think is a good way of fixing it or making it better? Or do you think that'd be too overpowered? Or do you think it needs something even more than that? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment what you think. We are out. Adios. Thanks for watching.